AI tools for B2B lead gen. What's hot in 2025? AI lead gen in 2025. More tools isn't the answer. If it feels like there's a new AI for sales product every week, you're not wrong. But most B2B teams don't have a tools problem. They have a workflow problem. AI only creates leverage when it's wired into how your SDRs research, prioritize, and communicate day to day. In 2025, AI has moved from experimentation to baseline infrastructure. Salesforce reports 81% of sales teams use AI in some form, and AI adopters are more likely to report revenue growth, 83%, than non-users, 66%. A real gap you can't ignore if you run Outbound. The goal of this guide is to focus on what's actually working right now. The AI categories that matter for prospecting, how to implement them without turning your cold email agency motion into robot spam, and the practical guardrails we use at SalesHive to keep quality high while scale increases. Why AI is now non-negotiable for outbound teams. The adoption curve is no longer a prediction, it's the market. Cirrus Insight reports 56% of sales professionals use AI daily, and consistent users are about 2x more likely to exceed quota than non-users, which suggests the advantage compounds with repetition and process maturity. At the same time, cold outreach benchmarks are still brutal without relevance. One benchmark shows it takes about 306 cold B2B emails to generate a single lead, with average open rates near 36% and reply rates around 7%. That's why more volume is usually a trap if you care about domain health and brand perception. What changes in 2025 is not that AI magically makes buyers respond. It's that AI makes it realistic to target tighter, personalize deeper, and prioritize better. Done right, AI turns your outbound sales agency motion into a series of high-probability bets instead of a high-activity lottery. The AI tool categories that matter, jobs, not logos. Most AI lead gen stacks are really 5 jobs in disguise: data and enrichment, ICP and list building services, predictive scoring and intent, personalization and sequencing, and conversation intelligence. If your stack doesn't clearly cover these jobs and integrate tightly with your CRM and sequencing, you'll end up with impressive demos and disappointing pipeline. The highest leverage foundation is clean enrichment and a tight ICP. AI can help you model who looks like your best customers, but it can't fix a fuzzy target. If you don't know who you're for, AI will just help you be wrong faster and at higher volume. From there, predictive scoring becomes practical because you're ranking real opportunities instead of noise. Organizations using AI-based lead scoring report 15 to 28% conversion improvements and about 25% shorter sales cycles, which is why modern SDR agency teams treat scoring as a routing system, not a nice-to-have dashboard field. How to implement AI without breaking your SDR playbook. Our best advice is simple. Start with one AI workflow, not 10 tools. Pick a narrow pilot, like AI-assisted account research and first-touch drafting for your top ICP, and run a 60 to 90-day test against your current baseline, tracking meetings booked per 100 contacts and pipeline created, not just opens. Before you turn on scoring or hyper-personalization, invest a sprint in CRM hygiene. Dedupe records, standardize titles and industries, enforce required fields, and clean the accounts you actually want. Your AI is only as smart as your inputs, and messy data is how predictive tools confidently prioritize the wrong leads. Finally, bake governance into rollout. Document which tools are approved, what data they can access, how reps should edit AI output, and how feedback flows back into the system, especially if you're layering in LinkedIn outreach services, telemarketing, or B2B cold calling services alongside email. Use AI to earn relevance, not to buy volume. Best practices: human judgment on top of AI speed. The fastest wins come when AI drafts and humans approve. Let AI produce first-pass subject lines, openers, call scripts, and objection responses. Then make it non-negotiable that reps verify facts and tune tone. This is how teams cut personalization time by 50 to 70% without sounding robotic. Email performance is a strong proof point when you keep quality high. Personalized emails can drive 29% higher opens and 41% higher click-through than generic sends, and segmentation can produce up to 760% more revenue, exactly the kind of compounding impact you want in a cold email agency program. Outbound works best as an orchestrated system, not a single channel. Pair AI personalized email with a disciplined cold calling team and a few high-intent touches, and then use conversation intelligence to turn calls into a coaching loop that steadily improves connect-to-meeting rates without adding headcount. Common mistakes that quietly kill AI-powered lead gen. The most common failure is buying AI before fixing ICP definition and data quality. When your CRM is messy and targeting is fuzzy, predictive scoring and personalization engines amplify the chaos, routing SDRs to low-fit accounts and generating personalized copy that doesn't land. The second mistake is letting AI blast generic, high-volume outreach. With benchmarks like 306 emails per lead, it's tempting to send more, but that approach burns sender reputation, frustrates buyers, and turns a sales development agency into a deliverability recovery project. The third set of mistakes is organizational, treating AI as a black box, skipping training, and ignoring compliance. Reps need to understand inputs and overrides, managers need feedback loops, and legal needs visibility into data sources and suppression. AI doesn't exempt anyone from GDPR, canned spam, or basic privacy hygiene. Optimization. Tie AI performance to pipeline, not vanity KPIs. If you measure AI success by email sent or minutes saved, you'll build a cheap system that doesn't grow revenue. Instead, track meetings booked per 100 contacts, sequel to opportunity rate, and cycle length. If a tool doesn't move the needle in 60 to 90 days, reconfigure it or replace it. Targeting is where the best teams separate in 2025 by blending three signals into one view: fit, intent, and engagement. Configure scoring so accounts that match your ICP, show in-market behavior, and actively engage get routed into your highest touch sequences and into your best cold callers when speed matters. Operationally, this is also where sales outsourcing can outperform a DIY build. When your outsourced sales team already has tested prompts, deliverability controls, and reporting tied to revenue, you spend your time on decisions and coaching rather than duct taping tools together. What to do next and what hot in 2025 really means. Hot doesn't mean the newest agent or the flashiest feature. It means proven workflows, clean data, tight ICPs, predictive routing, human-edited personalization, and call coaching. That's why teams using AI are reported to be 1.3x more likely to see revenue increases than teams that don't. Advantage comes from execution, not novelty. At SalesHive, we've seen what mature human plus AI orchestration can produce. 100,000 plus meetings booked for 200 plus clients by combining AI-driven list building, scoring, multivariate testing, and real SDR judgment. Whether you're evaluating a B2B sales agency, comparing cold calling companies, or exploring pay-per-appointment lead generation, the winning pattern is the same. AI does the heavy lifting, humans win the conversations. If you're deciding whether to build or outsource sales, start by auditing your current stack, choosing one high-impact pilot, and forcing measurement against pipeline. And if you're researching SalesHive, SalesHive reviews, or SalesHive pricing, or even browsing SalesHive careers, use the same lens. Does the system connect activity to revenue? And does it protect quality while it scales?